Hey everyone, here's part 2 to my hidden areas and interactions video for Act 3. This video has 9 easily missed things. They are all timestamped below. And obviously this video has some Act 3 spoilers, but I think everything can be done at any point up until you head to the final battle. So feel free to save this video and come back to it later. The first interaction I have is with Gale's Tressum, Terra. She can be found on 3 different rooftops throughout Act 3. After the second one, you need to do a long rest to get her to move to the next. I also think this is slightly different if you are playing as Gale. But for everyone else, your first meeting with her will be right here, on the roof to the Open Hand Temple. I strongly suggest you bring Gale with you for this first meeting.
Oh, right. Did you hear that, Tara? Stop it.
You get some unique dialogue with him, and you get the Ring of Blink without needing to pass a bunch of checks. This ring lets you cast Blink once per long rest, giving you a chance to disappear into the ethereal plane where you can't be seen or harmed. The next roof you find her on is the Devil's Fee, right here. At this location you can trade with her to receive the Hat of the Sharp Caster, which will re-roll 1s or 2s on the damage dice for spell attacks. As a note though, you can only trade magic items or gold to her. The final rooftop you find her on is on top of Highberry's home. It's the place that has the wine festival. On this rooftop, you can trade for the Slinging Shoes, which can be thrown dealing 2d4 psychic damage and will return to you. Up next is an interaction over in the graveyard. I'm sure most of you discovered the guy buried in this mound with the pipe sticking out. But if you head over here, you want to dig up this mound as well. Just be sure to do it when no one can see you so you don't get stopped. When you dig up this mound, a kobold will pop out. There are several different dialogue options you can choose from, and some of them will result in you not getting the item off the kobold, so I recommend choosing the intimidation. Ideally, you want to fail it for the quickest results, so hopefully you're not too intimidating. Now you will end up in combat with this kobold, and 6 others who spawn in from some new holes around the graveyard. These holes will spawn in 1 kobold each, a total of 5 times, unless you destroy them first. Once you have killed everyone, you can loot Kerwin's Cauterizer off the main kobold. It does an additional 1 to 4 fire damage, and can cause your target to start burning. The next area is in the vaults in the Sorcerous Sundries Tower. There is a lot to cover in these areas. I will show the main highlights, but be sure to fully explore the area. You can get into the vaults in 2 ways. I'll show you the second way at the end of this section. The first way is by talking to Lorcan's projection, then choosing the correct portal to head up to Rasmuth's tower. It's this one here. Just be warned, this will precede the Find the Night Song quest. While you're in this area, have a good look around. There are several really good magic items here. Once you have dealt with everything in this area, head to this location and jump down the floating furniture into this new area. Then go click this button labeled Vault. I recommend taking this route because you end up in the hidden northern room that you would otherwise need to pass a DC 15 perception check to enter. You will also want someone with See Invisibility, either permanently or by using a spell, because there are several chests here that are invisible, as well as the levers that deactivate the traps in each area. Once here, head along this path. You will see chests on either side of the pathway. You can simply walk over because there is an invisible floor here. Behind the chest on the east wall is an illusionary wall you can walk through. Behind it, you will find a peculiar lamp. When you touch it, you will be transported and trapped inside it. Inside are several good items, including a scroll of Summon Quasit. To escape, you simply need to summon anything in to replace you. A mage hand works great for this, but any summon will work, including the Quasit from the scroll you just picked up. Now head past the portal to the next hallway. Behind the chest on the west side is another illusionary wall you can walk through. In here, you find the Caution Before the Seelie book. Continuing on, you come to a room with 3 doors, one being Elminster's vault, another Carsus's vault, and the third being the puzzle you need to solve to unlock them. In both the vaults, you find some very good items, so be sure to go to both. I'm not going to show you the solution in case you want to try it yourself, but basically you need to go through 3 doors in order to reach the correct lever to unlock each of the vaults. The answer can also be easily Googled if you don't want to try it yourself. The last thing to show you in this area is a weapon you can get by heading through the Silverhand door and then destroying the illusion door. In here, you find the Hellfire Great Axe, giving an extra 1 to 6 fire damage, and the Hellflame Cleave attack. To leave this area, just go through the portal here. This pops you out into Tolna's office. This is also the other way you can access the vaults. To do that, you need to break into this room, then read the clasped book right here, and the portal will open up for you. Up next is the hidden basement of Cazador. Head to the ballroom in Cazador's palace. As a warning, this area involves Asterian's quest, and there are several battles in here. Once you are here and able to freely explore, there are 2 rooms. The east room has a ladder up to an attic, where you can find a key to unlock the trapdoor in the west room. To access the west room, you need someone to press the button in the east room right here. I recommend using a mage hand. Now head into the room and loot this chest. Once you're done, move it out of the way. There's a trapdoor underneath it. You can either use the key or just pick the lock. Going down the trapdoor leads you to a hidden area with many more traps and some locked doors. To unlock the doors, you need to put a metal chest on each of the pressure plates. In the next room is another locked door and 4 more pressure plates. Putting crates on them will lock the first door and unlock the second. Just watch out, as the traps will activate unless you disarm them first. In here there are more traps, and a chest that can be picked or unlocked using another pressure plate. It has some mundane items and a journal with some interesting info in it. As far as I can tell, there is nothing else down here, which is a bit of a letdown, but who knows, maybe I missed something. To get back out, you just need to take a chest off one of the 4 pressure plates to unlock the door to access the ladder back up. My next area is a hidden room in the lodge, right here. This building will look different depending on what you did with the person who wants the Githyanki egg in the mountain pass. People here could be alive or dead. Head upstairs and over to the east and then up the ladder. Now you want to touch the portrait on the east wall. This teleports you to a new room with no other access in the building. There are some minor items in here, but nothing really important. Up next is a weapon you can craft in the Steel Watcher's Foundry. If you are choosing to destroy the place, make sure you do this first. Once you have dealt with everyone inside, head over here on the south side and pick up the arm. Then head west over here and pick up the targeting module. Now continue into the security office and pick up the crossbow blueprint. Now you want to head over to the crafting table on the north end of the security office right here. Add all the items you picked up and then click Combine. You will receive the Hellfire Engine crossbow, which has a fairly high base damage, and also lets you shoot a level 4 lightning arrow, dealing significant lightning damage. It also has the reposition shot, which can pull a target closer to you. The next thing is just outside the Steel Watcher's Foundry, on the dock with the 2 Steel Watchers. Right here. First, deal with the Watchers however you like. I personally quite enjoy dropping a stack of smoke powder bombs, then using an invisible mage hand to drag them over to the Watchers. You can shoot it, and it instantly kills both of them. Now head down onto the boat. There is an investigation check to pass, so it's worth saving first. Head over here and click on these crates. You will discover a hidden cargo shipment containing 6 Illithid tadpoles. Before I continue, I'd like to quickly ask that you consider leaving a like and subscribing if you have not already done so. It helps me build my channel and get my videos out to more people. And it's always nice to see those numbers rise. Thanks in advance. And as a little bonus tip, make sure you explore every basement in all the buildings. Most are locked, and you will need to sneak into a few of them. But many will have items or even quest-related things hidden inside, so it is well worth it. My next hidden area is the Water Queen's Cellar. Although there are no notable items, it is a neat little area I think most people miss. You want to head to this area at the Water Queen's house, then down past the people fishing over here, and you will find a hidden passageway in the water. Inside, you will be warned you are trespassing. You can either try to sneak your way in, or just attack. In all my testing, killing everyone down here did not make anyone in the Water Queen's house turn hostile, so you should be safe to do so. After killing them, you can head over here to the treasure crates. There are some random normal items and gold you can take. Once you close the container, everyone in the area will be hit with an ice storm, and more enemies will spawn in. Once you have dealt with them, there's a sandstone wall at the back that you can break down. Inside is a waterfall, a large skull from some creature, and some gold in the chest. For my final hidden thing, you want to head down into the sewers, right next to the Undercity Ruins waypoint. Behind the trader, you will find a pouch. You need to stealthily open it up. I recommend using Fog Cloud to hide your actions. Inside, you will find Saren's skull. Take it. You will now notice you have a ghost following you. Now head back down the path to the location with the crazy mage. As a note, you can only pass through this area once without fighting the mage and all the other enemies here, whether you have the skull or not, so you'll probably be in for a battle if you haven't already fought them. Once you are able, go insert the skull into the coffin, and you will be rewarded with the Chancer's Carcanet, which allows you to use a reaction to make an attack roll or saving roll with advantage once per long rest. Well, that's everything I have for you this time. Let me know down in the comments if you missed any of this stuff or got it all. And leave a comment with any Act 3 things you found that I did not show. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you next time.